Hey guys, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty fantastic. Thank you for asking. I am incredibly tired. Today has been a long day. I don't really have anything like new and exciting to cook you, but I was thinking what's like an easy, kind of easy, no, it's pretty easy. What's like an easy meal just to have? And one of my go-to meals of just like, what should I have? Chicken, rice with topped with mushroom. So if you don't like mushroom, you don't have to add the mushroom. You can saute spinach and put that on. I would do that, but I do not have spinach. I don't really like mushrooms either. I know you probably don't either. But however, I thinly slice the mushrooms to where they're not like that rubbery, texture. They do have a texture, but it's a lot better. And then I saute them in like a teriyaki kind of sauce. We're gonna do it all together. So your ingredients, you're gonna get chicken breasts, no bone, no skin. I like getting rice-a-roni, the long grain and wild rice. It's not like super squishy. It's got different textures to it, and I like the flavor of it. And then some baby bella mushrooms. And then of course all of our seasonings and whatnot. We're gonna preheat the oven right off the bat to 400 degrees. And then while we're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and clean and then chop up the mushrooms. And then we're done with that. We'll set those aside for later, and then we're gonna work on the chicken. Sound good? Okay. Our seasonings for the chicken: a tablespoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of poultry seasoning, and a teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning. Yeah! Here we have our sauce, which is 3 tablespoons of minced garlic, 2 teaspoons of teriyaki seasoning, and then a splash of soy sauce. This whole dish is kind of teriyaki anyway, but it's one of my favorite flavors, so we just go with it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour this on. And then throw our seasonings in. Mix it around. I think I'm going to add an extra splash just on top. All right, and we're going to put this in the oven for I think 22 minutes. My chicken breast is sliced thinly. I don't know if you want to use bigger chicken breast. If you do, that's fine. It just takes a little bit longer to cook, so don't go off my estimates for cooking, okay? So now we're gonna get started over here. The rice-a-roni stuff takes a little bit longer, but we're gonna multitask doing the rice and the mushrooms. Yeehaw! We're gonna start with the rice-a-roni first, since this usually takes a little bit longer. I know this isn't like, oh, Kate, you should make your own stuff. No, I'm too tired. 1 2/3. There we go. Okay, we're gonna bring this to a boil. While we're waiting on this, let's get started with our mushrooms. I most of the time just wing this, but I won't wing it today. So you're gonna add about a tablespoon of butter and try to get it melted a little bit. We're gonna add just a simple spoonful of minced garlic. Oh my God, Kate, you use so much garlic. I know, I tell you every video, I'm a garlic hooer. So we don't want to burn the butter, but we do want it to, I don't know, become one with the garlic for a little bit before I throw its whole world into chaos. So now I'm going to throw its whole world into chaos. And the mushrooms, they'll go down. They're kind of like spinach in a way. So this has started boiling. I actually need to get the lid for it. Which, fun fact, I have no idea where that is. Oh, I found it. So once your rice comes to a boil, we have to put it on low and simmer. I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of butter as well. We're gonna get our teriyaki sauce. You're gonna get 1/4 of a cup, and you're gonna fill it halfway. And then you're gonna pour it on. I'm also not entirely sure how long you're supposed to cook these. I just taste test until it's like soft all the way through. A quick little doop of soy sauce, which may be overkill for some of y'all, but for me, I for some reason really like it. I also really like salty stuff. So if you ever want to tweak this, you absolutely can. Just remember, where am I? Ooh, I want to get my hair in the fire. I am a heathen. All right, so I think they're almost done. I'm gonna do a little taste test and see how they're faring. This one. Gonna do a little taste testy. Here we go. Making a mess. Yeah, pretty good. All right, I'm gonna let them go for 1 more minute, and then they're gonna sit in the sauce until the chicken is done. Nice. Timer has just gone off, so I'm gonna measure it because I always mess up the dang chicken. So I got a meat thermometer. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's still raw a little bit. All right, back in you go. Let's say, hey Google, set a timer for 7 minutes. And let's check in on the rice. The rice is almost done. The rice and the mushrooms are both done. I'm gonna check on the chicken now. Again, ooh, this is wet. If you wanna get into cooking and you cook meat and stuff, I highly recommend you getting a meat thermometer because it makes everything just go so much more smoother. So much more smoothly. Meat is supposed to be 165 degrees, which we are almost there. We're at 160. Oh, there it is. 165. Oh, this one's not as good. 154. 160. This little one's done. Okay, so for content's sake, we're gonna pop it in for a little bit longer, but I'm gonna take the one that's done out and I'm gonna show you the feast of the plate. Ta-da! Oh, it's the juices. The juices are leaking. Ta-da! Hold on. Normally I would add a salad, but I don't have a salad. Ignore my, I need an emotional support Kool-Aid, everybody. Hold on 1 second. Here we have our wild rice, our mushrooms, and our chicken. You ready to do a taste test? I mean, you're gonna sit and watch me eat, essentially, but you know. How did I do? You can eat the mushrooms with the chicken, which is what I usually do. You can eat them as another side dish. You can mix them in all together, it just depends. Sometimes I put the rice, or I put the chicken on the rice and the mushrooms on the chicken, but this is how I felt like doing for now. Anyway. Good soup. It's not soup. I will say I probably added a little too much spices. I got a little carried away. So maybe do a little bit less seasoning. At least it's not just plain old chicken with salt and pepper, am I right? Anyways, this is how you make just a simple dinner. Nothing too special to it, just in case you need a little bit of inspiration. I hope you guys have a fantastic, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye!